Nobody likes a slow website, so I'm going to help you out in just 5 simple steps. The first thing, of course, is to see how fast this website is without changing anything. For that, we are using 3 different tools, and we're going to check them multiple times during this tutorial. The first thing you do is you go to PageSpeed Insights. If you don't know where it is, just follow the link in the description of this video, and you just fill in your website and press Analyze. Alright, while it is working on its performance test, we're going to fill it out on another tool, which is called GTmetrix. Also, link is in the description. Just enter your URL of your website again, diffidoctor.com, and press Test Your Site. While it is running, we're going to the third testing tool, which is called Pingdom. Your website right there, and press Start Test. Alright, the first test has been completed. If we now scroll down, they see there's no data found from actual real user experience. You might have some information right there, but this website doesn't get any visitors because it is just a tutorial website. So let's go down, and as you can see, this is not very good on mobile. We have 26 performance, and ouch. Let's watch the desktop version. It's better. This is just Divi out of the box. It has a 75 performance, which is actually okay. I want to be in this green zone. So this is our baseline. And these are results of our GTmetrix score. It actually scores okay. And last but not least, of course, the Pingdom test. These are the results of our Pingdom test. A 71, a pretty much page size, and the load time is actually pretty high. 4 seconds to load. This cannot be right. Alright, so log into your WordPress dashboard and let's start optimizing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to install a caching plugin. As you can see at my plugins, I only have 2 plugins on my website. It is the iThemes Security. There's a tutorial I created about how to secure your website, which is you should really watch because securing is really important for your website. And of course, I have the Monarch plugin with a few adaptations of my own. You now also see the WhatsApp and Telegram also added to your Monarch. It's just a simple code you add to your website, and then these icons appear and they work flawlessly. So it's another tutorial, so watch this tutorial right there if you're interested. Let's get back to our optimizing. You might have a lot of them, maybe 30 plugins, I don't know. We're working with those 2. There is no caching plugin enabled whatsoever on this website, apart from Divi's own optimizing. If you go to Divi, you go to the options. There is a tab called Performance. If you click on this one, your Divi installation should look like this. Everything should be on. This should look something like this with everything on. If it breaks your website, please disable the one you don't like and see if that solves your problem. If not, let's go to the next step and install world's best caching plugin. You go to wpressdoctor.com/caching and you press enter. And then you go to world's best caching plugin. There is WP Rocket. I've tested a lot of them and I'm really convinced that WP Rocket is actually the best for Divi. So what we actually need to do is we need to go right there to buy WP Rocket. It actually is a premium plugin which works awesome. What do you get for this price? You get 1 year of support and update for 1 website. You can also choose the Plus version. I personally have the Infinite version because all my client websites and my 11 own personal websites are working with WP Rocket because I really like the system. So choose whatever license is best for you. If you have 1 website, this is the best. If you have 3 websites, this should do it. And if you have more than 5 websites, this is actually better for your wallet. Press buy WP Rocket. So fill in all your details and pay with the credit card. Once you have paid, you can log into your account using your details we just provided. And now you can see your license and you can go just down there and go to download WP Rocket. Press that button. Now we'll go back to our website. You go to plugins, add a new plugin. We press upload and then you select the file we've just downloaded from WP Rocket. And press install now. Then we press this button, activate plugin, and that's it. And it says WP Rocket is good to go. Alright, let's tweak it a bit. We go to settings. And then you can see the first thing is congratulations, your WP Rocket is now activated and already working for you. We're going to check that out. Preload complete, we can close this message. If you want them to learn from you, then press yes, allow, or press no, thanks, whatever you want. Right, we can close this one. Well, they say it's already working for you, so we are going back to our tree test and run them again. When we are changing any options, you will see the changes directly in these tree tools, because yes, I have activated them every time again and again after each option. So you will see on the right side the results right now. Well, indeed, we have some improvements shown right there, so that's good. Alright, we can close this message and press the button. Let me explain something real quick to you. On your dashboard, you can see your license. Of course, you can clear your cache and preload cache. We'll be covering it later on. But you can also use this item right up in your menu to clear the cache. Sometimes you will need this because if you change your pages or posts, you won't see the difference right there in your browser. You need to clear your cache. Also, when adding new plugins, clearing your cache might help and solve a lot of problems. Alright, here you can see some documentation and some videos, which is very interesting, and you have the frequently asked questions. But let's start right now on the left side menu with caching, basic cache options. Click that one. You can speed up your site for mobile visitors. This is important, just leave it on. You don't have to work with a separate cache file because Divi already does that. User cache should be enabled if you have a lot of users logging into your website. And the cache lifespan for 10 hours is great. Just leave it on right there. All right, let's go to file optimization. Under file optimization, we're first going to minify CSS. If I push this button, you will see immediately the results of the tree tests on screen. So you see what's happening when I change it. This could break things. Activate minify CSS. Sometimes the scores may go even down, but just hang in there. We're going to activate everything and then we'll see how it looks from there. Combine CSS files, of course, activate it. Ooh, that had an impact on scores really well. Activate optimize CSS delivery. And this is beta feature. So if you activate this and you see that your Divi website is all messed up, please use load CSS asynchronously. This works safer. Well, let's check it out. What happens? Activate removed unused CSS. And now we actually have to wait some time because they are removing the CSS and they're analyzing the website to make it work. It is completed. This is the website now. Its load's actually pretty normal. Everything looks pretty good. Does my effects still work? Yes, they do. And the images. Everything works fine, so the beta feature is really good. Well, how does it affect the scores? Oh wow, so that had a really big impact on GTmetrix and Google PageSpeed. I like that. I like that a lot. Now you can see why I like WP Rocket so much, because it's just amazing system. All right, let's scroll down. We have optimized CSS. Let's start changing JavaScript. Let's minify JavaScript files. Press activate. Well, that really improved the score a bit more, but it does seem that Pingdom is just not working correctly, or it just doesn't like our website. Well, we just keep optimizing and see how it goes from here. Combine JavaScript files, of course, activate it. Ah, here we are. So now Pingdom does like our website. Thank you very much. It was the JavaScript. All right, we can also load JavaScript Divert. So that's amazing, but I guess we already maxed out GTmetrix, so we cannot get any faster for them. And I say it feels really fast. And the last option we can check is delay JavaScript's execution. Of course, let's save the changes and see what happens. Didn't improve much, but we are already really blazing fast right now. So I'm really happy with the results till so far, but let's see how much further we can push this website. Let's go to media. And of course we want lazy loading to be activated. This is a very powerful feature. You can read all about it. For them, press save changes. And let's also enable it for iframes and videos. If you even have a lot of YouTube videos on your website using an iframe, you really should check this box, because it really improves the speed of how YouTube videos are loaded in your website. Well, that had some impact on the scores, not very much, but it had some impact on the mobile scores. Because as you see right here, the desktop is almost already maxed out, but the mobile score is only at 80. Why is that? Well, we're gonna analyze this later on, but first first Contentful Paint really does a bad job right here. So we're gonna fix that later on in this video to get your mobile scores also really high. Dimensions, so add missing image dimension and press Save Changes. That is actually a really good result we already have right here, and we didn't even follow the next 4 steps of this video. I am blown away every time with WP Rocket. It's such an amazing plugin. It's worth every single dollar, don't you agree? When a company promises speed and they deliver it, man, I'm happy. All right, let's go to preload right there. And then you press activate sitemap base sketch preloading. I don't have a sitemap on this website, but you should have seen here something like from Yoast or for Rank Math, which is excellent. Just leave it on. Link preloading is already set to on, and preloading fonts is already working for us. So press Save Changes. I must point out with preloading fonts, if you do have a font that you have manually added and is not in this list, please add it in there and it will save you a bunch of time loading those fonts. Alright, so let's go to advanced rules. Is a thing that we should not do manually ourselves because it always works for me. However, if you encounter any problems and you contact WP Rocket and they tell you to add certain rules to your advanced rules, then they can be really useful. I've used it one time and it really works great to not cache a certain plugin. All right, let's scroll down. Let's go to our database. Here you can clean up your database. To remove, for example, all your revisions, your auto draft or your transpose, you can just clean them. If you never use revisions or if you don't know even what those are, then you can just remove them. Comments cleanup, you can remove your comments. Temporary options, you can remove them all from your database and your database cleanup. If you have a lot of overhead, you will see them right here. I don't, so I'm not going to clean it. And an automatic cleanup, I would not advise you to do so because you can remove a lot of things that you don't want to have removed. All right, press Save Changes and Optimize. And then we go to our CDN. If you do have a CDN, you can activate it right here in this place. If you do not have one and you want even more speed and you have a lot of international clients, then Rocket CDN is a very good option for you. It actually serves your website from a server closest to the person in question. If your website is hosted in Amsterdam, for example, and someone from Australia visits your website, the other side of the world, then it might be a little bit slower. When you load it from a CDN, it is all blazing fast from everywhere on the world. So if your target audience is a lot of international people, you should really consider this thing. I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to close it right there. And I don't use a CDN for this website. Right, let's go down to Heartbeat Control, WordPress Heartbeat API. It's already on and that is great, just leave it on. Normally WordPress uses heartbeat every minute, but WP Rocket slows it to every once in 2 minutes. So that's a slow of 100% and it really works by not giving the load on your server, so it speeds up your website. If you go to add-ons, you can see that you can activate Varnish if you have it on your website. This specific server does not use Varnish, so I'm not going to add it in. If you're not sure you have it, ask your hosting company because they have to install Varnish on your website. I don't have any WebP images. If you do, press add-on and then it works absolutely amazing with WP Rocket. All right, Cloudflare, we will be adding this in just a few minutes, so hold on. Image optimization on the left side. Imagify is an awesome plugin you should really use if you have a lot of images on your website. We'll be installing this later on. To export all your settings and import all your settings and roll back to another version of the plugin if the plugin broke your website with a new version. So the second way to optimize and speed up your website is very important. You go to plugins and you go to installed plugins. And here you can see a list of all the plugins that has been installed on your website. You should really deactivate and remove all the plugins you do not use on your website. For example, all-in-one SEO. I use Rank Math, so we're gonna remove that one. Dash Notifier, Hello Dolly, Jetpack. Ooh, it sounds really fast, but it's not W3 Total Cache, we don't need it because we have WP Rocket WooCommerce. It is not even a web shop. And WP Optimize, we have WP Rocket, which is way better. And just press Bulk Action, press Deactivate, and then Delete. And we're going to delete all these plugins we do not use. This is how to get rid of all the extra ballast that is not needed on your website. If you also have a couple of plugins like insert header and footer code, for example, you do not need it when using Divi. If you want to know if you use every feature from Divi, please watch my tutorial about things you're doing wrong with Divi, because it will really help you out using all the features of Divi and maximizing your speed also. Alright, step number 3, it's time to optimize our images. If you go to media and you go to your library, you will see that you have used a lot of images lately on your website. And they might be a bit oversized from your website point of view. If I, for example, click on this size and the dimensions are alright and the file size is not very high. However, you could do even better without losing any quality. To do that, we will be using another plugin which is free from WP Rocket. To do that, we go to WP Rocket, we go to Settings, and we go to Image Optimization, and then we can install Imagify. Now, Imagify is a really cool plugin which really creates new images from your existing images to create them very small without losing any quality, so you can't see it with your bare eyes. It's great. Alright, the first thing we need to do is we need to sign up because it is free to get our API key and then we can configure it. So let's sign up. Enter your email address. It is d@wpressdoctor.com and we press sign up. And now we have an API key. So we press OK, go to your email. And you get an email like this, welcome to Imagify. And here you can see your API key. So let's copy this one. Then we go back to WordPress and we press I have my API key. We paste it in, we press connect me. Congratulations. All right, and then we go to settings. It's that easy? Yes, it is that easy. All right, we have 3 optimization levels. We have normal, aggressive, and ultra. I would not suggest to use ultra because it's a bit extreme maybe. So let's use aggressive. Auto optimize it, backup original images, and let's go down right here. Now we want to use WebP images because they are just really smaller. So we're gonna activate this one, use picture tags preferred, and we don't have CDN, so that's okay. Press save and go to Bulk Optimizer. Let's get this over with. And the only thing you have to do right now is press this button, Imagify them all, and we'll see that it's going. As you can see, we are on the free plan right now of Imagify. We have still 100% space credits left. And if you start the optimization, we will see how much credit it will cost for only 22 images. I don't think a lot. So you can also see some details down here. If you press view details, you can see what they are optimizing right now and what they've already optimized. So if you're wondering if you need to buy credits for Imagify, just press what plan do I need? And then they actually calculate what is the best choice for you. Isn't that awesome? So they said you currently have 19 MBs of images. You upload around 20 kilobytes of images per month because I don't upload anything to my website. They say the free plan is enough to optimize your images. That's very nice of them. Thank you very much, Imagify. I will keep it this way. If you optimize a lot of images to your website, you can actually buy this version and then you have $5 per month. And if you pay it yearly, then you get 2 months for free. This is very interesting if you have a blog and you're uploading a lot of images to your website every single month. And now we see, well done, you have saved 1.19 megabytes out of 2.71 megabytes. That seems like not very much, but it actually helps really reducing the size on our website. We have 0 space credit left, so that's pretty good. We are just completely and that's pretty good because we have optimized all our images, which haven't been optimized already. And now we see what it does to our scores. We're gonna analyze page speeds insights again, and also the GTmetrix again, and ping them once more. Well, the desktop is already very high. So the mobile score on Google doesn't seem to get really high because of the first contentful paint. And if you scroll down, you can see actually what's happening. They have an empty screen and then the images comes very late in. You see that? So the images must be served in next-gen formats. That's what they say. So we go to our homepage to fix this issue once and for all. If you now edit in my example, my homepage, for example, you see that on Mobile Fuel, this image in the background is really making a content shift. How are we going to change that? Well, it's pretty easy. Just go to the settings of the place where this image is in. In my case, it is in this column. And the background is this images. Now, we can use a different image for our mobile device. So you click on this mobile option right there. We go to phone. And there we're going to select another image for our phone. On an iPhone 11, for example, this is the image that's actually being loaded. We can actually cut a lot out of this image for our mobile view. So we're going to do just that. And the new file I created is just very small, especially for mobile, and it's only 40 kilobytes. So I think that should do the trick. And let's upload the image. Alright, so let's see if Google PageSpeed loves our mobile view a bit more. Let's analyze it again. Oh wow, so now you can see that the performance on mobile is gone up to 94. This is exactly how I wanted to see. On desktop it is still 98. It is perfect. It couldn't almost not get any better. And on mobile it's 94. That is a really great. That's really awesome. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. Thank you to WP Rocket. You have an awesome plugin for Imagify. It really works great. And you see, with just a few adjustments on your mobile view, you can actually get a very high score on mobile also with Divi. That is really awesome. All right, let's go to the fourth step of the website. And for that, what you can do is we can route our website through Cloudflare. Now, Cloudflare is a free tool which you route your website through, and you can also pay for them for add more options. So what do? You go to cloudflare.com. What's also very awesome is that your website is protected from DDoS attacks when you're routing your website through the Cloudflare system. So how do? We just press sign up right there. Then you enter your email address, d@wpressdoctor.com, and press create account. When you are in your account, you can easily add a website right there. Click on that website and fill in your URL without the HTTPS. So dvdoctor.com, add site. And then you can pay for a plan, of course, but you can also start a free version below it. Press this one and press continue. And then you're scanning your existing DNS records. Why? Because they're going to copy it so that your DNS, when someone fills out your URL, is being routed through the Cloudflare network. So these are all the records that are in right there. And I press continue. Now, the thing you have to do is you have to change your name servers. If you mess this up, your entire website will not work again. So if you don't know what you're doing, please ask your host. In this case, this website has been hosted on NameHero, as you can see, and we have to change it to this one and this one. How are we going to do that? I'm going to log into my NameHero account. From there, I go to domains, and then I go to my dvdoctor.com, and I press on this one. And then we go to name servers right there. And here you can see custom name servers are from NameHero. We're going to copy and paste them from Cloudflare. Click to copy, and we're going to replace this one. And the second one, click to copy and replace this one. And then we press change name servers. All right, changes has been saved successfully. Now our name servers at Cloudflare has been activated. That's pretty easy. Then we go back to Cloudflare and we press done, check our name servers, and press finish later. All right, now it's gonna take a while, I think a couple of hours, before DNS settings has been saved through the entire internet. It could take actually up to 24 hours. So you have to watch this page from Cloudflare to see if your website has been added to the Cloudflare network. Once it has been routed, you go to WP Rocket, you go to settings, and then you go down and we go to add-ons, and then you can actually enable this one, use Cloudflare. And you press modify options. Here you have to fill in your global API key. Where can you find it? Well, it's pretty easy if you know where. While we're here, we also need the zone ID. So we're gonna press copy. You go to WRocket and you paste your zone ID and also your account email that you used at registering with Cloudflare. So it should be the wpressdoctor.com. And now for our global API key. And when I log back in, it's great news. Cloudflare is now protecting your site. It works. So now we're gonna get our API key. Go to my profile, API tokens right there. And we're gonna press the global API key. We press view, enter your password. Then you have to solve a very difficult puzzle. Choose all the buses and more buses and press verify. Then you press view. Now you can see your API key. Just copy it, paste it in WPRocket and press optimal settings. Scroll down and press save changes. And there's a couple things changed. And there's a couple things that changed on Cloudflare. The cache level set to standard, minification on, rocket loader off, and browser cache set to those seconds. Alright, you can close these messages and now you also have Cloudflare added to your website. Well done, I'm really proud of you. And the biggest question, of course, is does this actually help in speeding up our website? Well, it definitely does. Look at those scores. So this is the mobile view. It's 96 right now, and on desktop it is a blazing amazing 99. This is awesome. You almost can't get any better. And also with GTmetrix, a flipping 100% and 99% structure, and also a 655 millisecond to load our website. And of course, I'm curious, does everything works as intended? Yes, it actually works. And if I scroll down, you can see that all my options are still in there. All the effects, everything works as intended. But this website is just amazingly blazing fast. So if you retest it from your home, you will see the exact same scores. Please do so you know I'm not making fun of or anything. It is the absolute truth. So the fifth and last step is actually pretty obvious. If you don't see the same results I'm having right here with this website, with my hosting company, then you really should thinking about changing your hosting company. I don't know your budget, I don't know your money, but if you follow the link in the description of this video, you will get a discount for NameHero, which is a perfectly hosting company. In the first 3 years, you're not paying a lot for your website. It's really amazing. So you should really follow my tutorial around here, how to set up a NameHero hosting, and you can actually move your website to NameHero to get the same speed results, because your website matters and your speed also matters a lot to your website visitors. Alright guys, that's basically it. I hope your website speed has gone up. Please tell me in the comments if you did. Hit that like button if I helped you out. Subscribe if you want to see more videos about WordPress, Divi and other cool stuff. And I'll see you around in the next video. Have an awesome day.